In a few hours, about 2.3 million voters will head to the polls to elect the next governor of Oyo State. So we ask, how enthusiastic are the people of Oyo to come out and vote on Saturday? Let's talk to our correspondent, Sarah Yeku, who is standing by with more details from Oyo. Sarah, what more can you tell us in terms of INEC preparation towards election in Oyo State?
Okay, it's interesting that we are having the state, that's the governorship and the state assembly elections in Nigeria, particularly here in Oyo State, which is like the third largest city if you take a look at the population, but it is the largest city based on geographical area in Nigeria. Now, but for that reason, INEC had started distributing materials since Wednesday to the various local governments, which is like 33 local government areas in Oyo State. So very large landmass we have here in Oyo State, and so that would give you an idea of how much work INEC has to do, how much work INEC is putting in to ensure that materials get to the various polling units on time, which is a major issue considering what we had in the February 25th presidential election. So INEC, of course, wants to put that news aside and double up and then see how they can get materials to the various polling units. We're talking about 6,398 polling units in Oyo State. Although in the last election, which is the presidential election, we had about less than 900,000 persons come to the ballot to add their voices to the presidential election. So we're hoping to see an increased number to, let's say, probably above 1 million persons come to the ballot, to the polls, to vote for the candidate of their choice. But interestingly here, people are excited, they get up. The political atmosphere is pretty tense, I can tell you, because if you take a look at the candidates from the various political parties, we're having about 15 political parties on the ballot. And if you take a look at the 15 political parties, about 3 persons seem to be the strong contenders in this election. But some persons will say it's a 3-horse race, it's a 2-horse race. However it may be, people are get up and they are enthusiastic. They want to go to the polls to elect the next governor of the state. If the incumbent emerges as governor, perhaps he's going to be doing something the former governor had done, which is Ajimobi had done. But apart from Ajimobi, who has been elected twice as governor of Oyo State, no other governor has been elected twice. Precious.
Absolutely, Sarah. Very interesting information there. But let's talk about, because you talked about the size of Oyo State. It's really, I mean, Ibadan alone is, like you mentioned, is a really big place. But let's talk about then the security. How well, or what have you seen about security deployment to Oyo State?
So, as per security, police said they have deployed about 15,000 security operatives. Now, we're talking about security operatives and paramilitary organizations that have been deployed for this election. But there are issues concerning rival political parties claiming that rival political parties are attacking each other. Earlier this morning, we had visited the place in Ojagbo where there are stories. There are stories about political parties sending political thugs, like they say. They are alleging that one political party sent political thugs to another candidate's family house in Ibadan. And so this has generated concerns in some quarters as to how safe these elections will be. Although the people are, enthusiastic about going to the polls, they're also concerned about what security apparatus is available for them. At the last election, I spoke with a woman earlier. She said that she wants that there should be more security personnel at the various polling units, manning the polling units, ensuring that political thugs do not take the day. As you know, that Oyo State, particularly Ibadan, is one major political flashpoint, if I would say. And the police has assured that they would be having a joint security patrol. We'll be seeing visible security patrol on election day, which is tomorrow. We'll also see them raid some black spots. But although we're yet to get reactions from the various political parties as to who is actually responsible for these attacks on supporters and family houses of the leading political contenders in this election, we're yet to get responses from them. Till then, residents here are just hoping that security operatives will be up to their game and they'll be able to ensure that elections go smoothly and peacefully.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for that update. Our correspondent, Sarah Ayeko, live for us there in Oyo State. We'll bring you more on election across the country, governorship election across the country.